And Norwich come with someone who provides a reminder of those First Division days.
He looks like Justin Fashanu, and in fact he's Justin's 19-year-old brother John, who today makes his first full league appearance for Norwich City after coming on as a substitute amid much acclaim last Saturday. But Watford also have this young man who's exciting the crowds, 17-year-old winger John Barnes from Sudbury Court, recommended to the club by a Watford supporter. Some recommendation that is turning out to be. Watford, incidentally, encouraging families in this special enclosure here in front of the main stand. No one else is allowed in. There are lollipops for youngsters, birthday cards for them on their big day, and really that's an enterprise that deserves success. Pritchett plays it in once more. Barnes. And the ball coming off Simmons. Jacket crossing it in deep towards Ross Jenkins. Back again it goes. And somehow Norwich kept it out as Blissett came in. And again it was good defensive work by Steve Walford. So Taylor again with the Watford corner. And a header off the line that time. The header coming from Terry. I think it was Simmons who got it away. And now Hoadley who gets it away for Norwich City. Well, Norwich under all sorts of pressure there. And a really good, firm, downward header that by Steve Terry. And headed away. Certainly stopped the Watford player in his stride, and here's Pritchett with the free kick, floated there towards Ross Jenkins again. And Jacket, hit the crossbar. Blissett puts it over. Jackets came so close to giving Watford what at the moment would certainly be a deserved lead. Hit on the volley first time, against the crossbar with Woods beaten, and Blissett not causing any problems for the keeper after that. Oh, brilliant save by Chris Woods. Callaghan showing that he's a lad with skill, and he's got determination as well, and quite a shot too, which called for an excellent save by Chris Woods. Barnes. Blissett shoved in the back by Hoadley there, I think, and the free kick already taken, leaving a bit of space here for Les Taylor. And now for Callaghan on the far side, with Bolton going up outside it. Here's Ian Bolton and a chance for Watford now. And a beautiful goal! Scored by Ian Bolton. And all coming from a free kick that was quickly taken and never really gave Norwich City a chance to get back into the game. Callaghan playing his part. What a run it was here by Ian Bolton, and a shot beating Woods at the near post. So Elton John, the chairman, and on the right Bertie Mee, the assistant manager, with something to smile about. Pritchett. Blissett's on the far side. Sting will be a little annoyed that he didn't make that one count. It was a lovely cross in there. Flying there was Luther Blissett, but again just wide of that Norwich post. So Watford at the moment in a really rampant mood. And running in by Barnes. 2-0, and John Barnes, the 17-year-old, gets his 4th goal of the season with that little nod in from the far post. Flicked on there by Ross Jenkins, and a formality for the 17-year-old. Free kick to Watford. Certainly need to stiffen up their resolve in this second half, particularly in the midfield areas. Donachie playing the ball forward. Bolton winning it. Taylor, who's a real little dynamo in the midfield for Watford. He is again number 4 on the ball, but this time beaten by Maguire. Jacket finding Jenkins. Taylor again right in there. This time Barnes is offside. But the play has gone on, and the ball's gone in the net, but the linesman is way back, holding his flag aloft, and you can see that Chris Woods is saying to the referee, go and have a word with the linesman. for goodness sake. But it's the final word of the referee that counts. Now, what's he going to give, a goal or a free kick? Well, a free kick is given. But Bolton can pick up the pieces for Watford. Barnes. Well, he showed that to Donaghy. Oh, my goodness. And he might almost have made a goal there for Callaghan, if not for himself. Callaghan crossing it in, Taylor in there, Woods not knowing where it is, but finally it goes behind, and it's a goal kick. What a cheeky bit of play, though, in the first place by John Barnes. Actually showing the ball to Donaghy, letting him flay at it, and then taking it away. The shot, which Woods couldn't hold, Callaghan almost got onto. And in the end, Taylor couldn't quite finish it off. And certainly on the big match earlier this season, we've seen how it succeeded for them in a game at Luton, where they line up one wall immediately behind the ball, and that looks to be what the plan is now. Four in that wall. Ian Bolton is the man who normally strikes them. Barnes is there also. It doesn't give the Norwich wall or the goalkeeper much of a chance. Barnes floating in against the post, and Blissett getting the ball in for the third goal. And so the famous free kick strikes again, although not quite the way maybe that Norwich intended. Barnes floating it superbly against the crossbar, Blissett with the header, and Woods couldn't quite stop it. So Watford, not always at the top, but today they were always on top. And of course they keep challenging there in their bid to get into the first division.
Well, the top of the second division unchanged, because while Watford were winning so impressively there, Luton were doing likewise away to Wrexham, with Sheffield Wednesday going third after beating Oldham. Well, there's no disputing who were the two happiest men at Vicarage Road in Watford yesterday.
Chairman Elton John and manager Graham Taylor. Elton, you've flown in, I think, from Paris for this. They're almost sort of day trips, aren't you? You're living in Paris and coming across for the game.
Well, I'm sort of commuting because I'm in the middle of maybe one or two albums, and I try and get back for as many games as possible in between recording schedules. And it's always nice to come back to the club anyway, but when we play like that, it's even doubly nice. But it's important for me to be back at the club as much as possible.
And certainly the young players today did superbly well. I mean, you think of Kenny Jackett and you think of Steve Terry, and people will think of Nigel Callaghan, but I think most people who watched it today will think of the other lad, the 17-year-old John Barnes. Yeah. Tell me in the first place, Graham, how did he come to join the club?
Well, you know, you get your stroke of good fortune, and a supporter, in fact, phoned up the club and said that a friend of his had seen a young boy that he thought was well worth watching. We went and watched him, we saw him, we gave him half a game, we hid him and signed him as quickly as we could. You don't need to be an expert, you see. People turn around and say, well, look at that, how did they get him? You don't need to be an expert. You see it, you get it, you don't mess about.
Yes, tell me about this now.
Well, he has an awareness, he has a touch on the ball, he knows what he's doing, got a little bit of a break but reacts quickly, and then sees people there, just gets that little bit extra. And he'll be talking to Les Taylor about that.
There was a moment too where Willie Donaghy, who's a very experienced Scottish international player, comes out to shadow him here, and he shows him the ball and then just takes it away from him.
Yes, well, we always ask him to at least give us one of those during a game. He gets into trouble if he doesn't actually give us a sole of the foot movement, and I'm quite serious about that. Yes, we always ask him where his sole of the foot movement was in this particular game. Now, that's the balance that we're trying to achieve, because there's other things as well.
Yes, they're clearly a club that are getting so many things right, and it all added up to a tough day for Norwich. Quite apart from the skills factor, it seemed to me that they were swamped by the sheer enthusiasm and the controlled aggression shown by Watford, although Watford also counted the cost. At least two of their players did. You saw the bloodied face of 19-year-old defender Steve Terry. He looks a great prospect. A clash of heads that. It needed 11 stitches in that wound over the eye. And Ross Jenkins, who was injured in the first half, well, Ross needed 4 in his eye wound.